Whoa, I am way too old for YA, said a girl at the last book signing I was at. Now, as a YA writer, I would be offended, but I'm not because I don't entirely disagree with her. I mean, I don't even like most YA books, and here's why. The number one thing I absolutely hate if I'm reading a book is if it takes place in a school. At all. In any classroom. I don't care if it's magical or not. I don't want to read it. I used to be a teacher, and I don't want to be back in the schoolroom. And my experience as a student wasn't that great. Now, if you can make me think that it's not a classroom like Harry Potter, then I'm all for it. I never once thought I was in an actual classroom when I was reading that, so there are exceptions. Number two, how parents and authority figures are portrayed. They are either absent, they are mean, they are oppressive, or they are just plain stupid. And as an adult who knows that most adults have the good intentions of the next generation, I don't like that, and I don't want to read it. You coming into your own and being a hero is not dependent on the adults around you being stupid or being unhelpful or being mean and cruel. In fact, if you look at, say, Obi-Wan Kenobi and, Star Wars, you can see that they actually have real role models that help them to become better and live out their destiny. 3, good and evil is very black and white. Instead of presenting governments as I think they are, which are very complex, having good and bad sides, usually governments are presented as extremely evil and shows nothing about the benefits of the society that they're living in, which really comes down to a lack of depth. For example, the Hunger Games. The government has created this horrible game, and pretty much anyone in the Capitol is absolutely awful. That's not necessarily to rag on the Hunger Games because I quite enjoyed it, and I think that Suzanne Collins did an amazing job at writing, and I love her books and I love her prose. But did it show that government and the people who are running it are complicated? No. 4, stereotypes. Unfortunately, especially with a lot of contemporary YA, the characters get stuck in a bunch of stereotypes. You are either the nerd, or you're the outcast, or you're the preppy one, etc. They also don't seem to give their characters multiple levels. It's just very one-sided. Of course, there are complete exceptions where people actually take the time to do it, but I'm saying the YA that I do not like are the ones who only use stereotypes in their writing. So those are the top 4 things that turn me off if I'm choosing a book, or if I'm reading it, I'm just going to stop reading it. Now, I realize there's lots of other reasons that other people could have for not liking YA books. Like, for example, they don't want to read about spice between or intimacy between people underage. Well, why is that in the book anyway? For the most part, I love me some YA books, especially when they're done really well. If you are looking for a book that does not have a school in it, that does not have stupid adults, that does not present society as completely black and white, that actually has some grit in it and isn't just some Hallmark story, and doesn't have characters that are just completely one stereotype, then check out my series, Kalani, Shadows of Destiny, because we have a more nuanced YA. Now, I will say that I love my series, I absolutely do, but because I have so many people who are adults and want clean material, but don't necessarily want to read about 15 to 17-year-olds, I think a lot in the future of my books are going to be clean, but new adult. So we'll see if there's a market for that too. Like the book that I'm writing right now, Fostering Worlds, is a new adult but clean, extremely symbolic, and intellectual fantasy.